What does it mean to you to be involved in this game?
Well, just to kind of show respect for Chris, it was a really tragic thing that happened, and it's obviously for such a good cause, because I think a lot of people suffer with mental health issues when they get older, and they can suffer, and it's important that people know that they can speak out about it, and then really just to show his family as well. It's important, I think, that they know that his former teammates and the Southend supporters who came in great numbers today, that he meant a lot to us. And it's nice for them to see that.
What sort of teammate was Chris to you?
Proper, like the most no-nonsense guy in the world. I mentioned before in another interview that he wore, I think, the same pair of football boots, the same pair of World Cup boots his whole time there, because there was no nonsense about him. He was really, really dedicated pro, and I think he done absolutely brilliantly at his time at the club. He came at a difficult time, and he was a captain and a really good leader. So that's all the memories, and one big memory of him leading us out of Wembley as well.
And what advice would you give to other people that are in a difficult situation mentally?
Yeah, well, of course, I think everybody suffers, and it's normal, and it's important that anybody who is suffering, realises that they're not alone. It's a normal thing, and to look for help and to speak to people.
It's a great cause, and it's something that we were all really close to the box when he was here as players and family and friends as well. So it's a great cause to be here, and it's a day to remember him, really.
Firstly, anyway, thanks for coming on today.
Thank you for the invitation. Thank you to Chris Phillips, because he organised, and it was like maybe a hard job to do. So thanks to him, and thanks to all of the fans who came for supporting. Like, it's a good cause, and Chris Barker is a good man. So it was important to come, I think, and for me, like, he was my captain. I was very happy to play with him, and in the same time, like, it was very sad what happened to him. So to support his family and his friend, so it was the minimum I can do. So very, very happy to just come back.
Yeah. What sort of teammate was Chris?
He was like, I know, like, sometimes he was like shouting to me because I was young and like maybe sometimes crazy. So, but he was like a good captain. He helped me to be like the player I am now, because he teach me a lot, give me good advice. He was like a good man. Outside the pitch, we went like sometimes for restaurant and with the teammate, and he's a funny lad. He was like very, very good person. Seriously, when I heard what happened to him, I was like very sad, because like we miss a good person, a good player, and a good captain.
What advice would you give to other people in Chris's situation?
It's like, you see, like in life, you have upside down. So of course we have to stick together, and to just like, the life can be hard for some people we don't know, because like what happened to Chris, what I try to ask for people, no one knows. So it's sad. So it's a shame, like I wasn't here to help him. Maybe I don't know what I will be able to do, but maybe just a little help, a little time. Sometimes it's not like about stuff. It's maybe sometimes passing time with people, and yeah. So for the advice I would give is just like, look after your family. It's so important, because when they're going or when they're gone, you can't come back, and it will be sad. So the advice, like, yeah, look after your family, guys.
What was Chris like as a teammate?
Honest. It's probably the most consistent word I could say about him. Genuine, always gave his opinion, but he was always fair with it. He was always honest, always looking to say the right things and do the right things. He was a good pro. Obviously I was quite an older player at that stage in the Southend team, but he was one of the senior players, him and Graham Coughlin, but they were very good pros. No coincidence that he was a good captain. But he always wanted to make sure that he had Jeremy Carl on in the morning for breakfast when we used to come in. If anyone changed the channel, he was fuming. But that was the good banter about him. He loved the camaraderie of the change room and the boys having a good laugh and stuff. But when the time was right to work or train or play, he was very committed, and he demanded that from his teammates. I learned a lot from him from that side of things, to make sure that whenever you're doing things on the pitch or in training, you've got to make sure you set your own standards and have pride. So it was a lovely occasion today to put that on for him, and to obviously be involved for himself.
Brilliant. And what advice would you give to someone in a similar situation?
Biggest thing I'd say was generally we was totally shocked. You're always concerned and shocked when you hear something like this, but more so with the character that Chris was. He was quite a vocal man. He was strong. He was probably too much pride to take care of it. So we'd always say to try and speak as much as you can to people. You know, it could be anything, little things, but you always have to make sure that you try and speak to people. And on the flip side, if you're someone that sees someone and they're not probably being themselves, or you haven't heard from them that much, then just reach out. Even just a little thing like to say hello, how you doing? It don't have to be a lot. You don't have to really see people as much. Everyone's on social media these days, so it's very easy for everyone to reach out to people. So the biggest thing now is to make sure that we don't do things by ourselves and take it all on our own shoulders.